hours a day.
What?
For kids, for families, for adults. Animation from home and around the planet. A whole new world where anything's possible.
Would this Newt win in a one-on-one battle to the death?
You be the judge. Teletoon. It's unreal.
Teletoon is Canada's first and only 24-hour-a-day animation television service that will be available in both English and in French.
We're bringing the best animation that Canada's produced. We're bringing amazing animation from around the world.
Animation is so popular now, and there is so much product that there is a huge audience out there.
The kind of response that we've gotten from the public so far through emails and mails has just been astounding.
I think the Canadian animation industry is and always has been very cutting edge. It's always provided the world with all sorts of innovative styles of animation and has always pushed the boundaries. And still, you know, American clients and around the world look to the NFB and Canada in general to see what's going on and what innovations are being made.
We're recognized around the world for producing high-quality animation.
What?
And it's about time we had a service that's built on an industrial strength and cultural strength that Canada has.
Well, the current Teletoon schedule really rests on sort of three pillars. The fact that we will have classic titles. We're also going to have some of the best new Canadian animation that's ever been produced.
Wow.
And the third pillar is some really amazing animation that we found from around the world. Really innovative, inventive animation.
1, 2, 3, we are the triplets.
In our preschool block, there's also a show called Adventures of Paddington Bear, which is, of course, the famous cartoon bear from England. In our kids block, we've got a show called Donkey Kong. It's amazing animation. That's brought to us by Nelvana.
Donkey Kong! Hey, yo! Look out down below! Here comes Banana Slammer!
In our family block, we've got Pippi Longstocking. Traditional cell animation. We've been able to get The Simpsons for the service. We're very excited about that.
Thanks for taking all the fancies, guys.
Hello, I'm Captain J. Star, obviously.
In our adult block, we've got a new show called Captain Planet. It's a bit of a spoof on space adventures. The animated Star Trek, which hasn't seen the light of day for a little while. We have also acquired some classic titles from Warner Brothers, like Scooby-Doo and The Jetsons, the original Johnny Quest, and the Roadrunner show. There's going to be a mix of popular favorites plus some really neat new shows.
I think we have the right people in place, we have the right programming in place, and I think it'll offer great alternative to Canadian viewers and real opportunities to Canadian advertisers.
Alright everybody, yes, welcome. Firstly, I just want to get right to it and welcome everybody who's here, because I know this is a pretty highly anticipated stream. Norbert, welcome, nice to see you, and Ethan, and Fairy Princess Valentine, and MobyFan12, and Starly, and Starfy. And to answer your question, Norbert, I guess there are two separate people. I don't know if it's the same person, or I assume it's the same people, but yes, welcome to those two. and Hector, and Fran, or Girlfriend's Cartoon, nice to see you, and Outbound 3000, nice to see you as well. Oh, wow. And Angry Birds Fan 2002, and Kamal Walker, and Jason, yes. Hang on here. Okay. Yeah, so Norbert's saying that with Jason, I should do his request before the half-hour mark because he knows I can't comment till then. Okay. Wait, rephrase it. But if I'm going to take his round request before the half-hour mark, know that he can't comment on it till then. Okay, that's fine. Yes, just a bit of a spoiler, but yes, since Jason was pretty much the one who broke the news to me by sending me his tweets about Teletoon Sundown, for sure I have in mind to do his request that he sent me. And yes, you guys overall sent some really awesome requests for Teletoon characters to draw, mostly from original series, but I also plan on doing a few of the Acquire shows as well. Oh, thank you, Norbert. Thanks for the compliment on the hat. And there's also the shirt too, with my Raptors character. And if you're interested in it, it's available. It can be found on Smiley Comfort. I'll most likely update the description if you're really interested with the link to that t-shirt. Oh, what city is that, Fairy Princess? It happens to be Toronto. Of course, it's where Teletoon and Corsair Entertainment in general is headquartered. So yeah, like I was saying, even though that, oh, what the heck am I trying to say here? So yeah, I haven't my idea of which characters that I'm going to draw, but yes, I am going to do Jason's for sure. Let's see. Oh, okay, so Jason is recording an episode of Fairly Odd Parents on Poodle TV from 7 till 7:30. So we won't be able to comment until 7:30, but he's watching the stream right now. Okay. Thanks for clarifying, Norbert. So yes, I feel like we should just get right to it. Let's see. BTW, were only Teletoon original shows eligible for this strong live stream, or is a character from any show that aired on Teletoon eligible, like a Cartoon Network show? Yeah, any show on Teletoon, honestly, but I feel like a higher priority should be set to the original series. We'll see. So yeah, I have in mind which ones I definitely want to get to. So yes, so let's get things started. But before we do, how about we have another intermission of some classic bumpers. Okay, I think that's enough classic bumpers for now. Let's get to it with the first request, and it's from Jason, the cartoon fan. He wants me to draw Laney from GarageBand, which I'll admit I'm not awfully familiar with the show, but I know the premise of it. It's about this teenage blue-haired boy who has an up-and-coming rock band, and the main source of inspiration for his songs are the pages of the diary of his mean older sister. And the most memorable thing about that sister is she had to be voiced by Alison Court, who a lot of us, especially us Canadians, who grew up in the 90s and 2000s, know best as playing Bonnet the Clown in The Big Comfy Couch for most of the series except for the last one. And Alison Court is a notable voice actress as well. To me, her most notable voice acting role, in my opinion at least, happens to be Nora from Timothy Goes to School, that one little mouse girl who's known for being pretty wild. But maybe her most famous voice acting role is what's her name? Lydia in the Beetlejuice cartoon. Okay, let me put on some music here. Okay, let me know if you can hear the music. Oh, welcome, Sophie, 16 6 stars. Yes, nice to see you. So, the first character I'm drawing is Laney from GarageBand. And I just want to let you know, even though I'm focusing mainly on requests that were sent to me beforehand, like particularly in the community tab, I am open to like taking at least one request near the end of the stream. That is gonna be a bonus. I feel like we're gonna be here for like quite a bit since you guys already showed some strong anticipation for the stream beforehand. Okay. Just roughing out Laney here. I'll probably just organize her into a folder from now. Okay, just gonna group it. Just want to be sure on how to spell her name. Okay, yeah, it's Lane, as in fairy tale Lane, and then with a Y at the end. Okay. Oops. There we go. And for the way I'm going to be drawing the requests for the stream, I'm going to be focusing on just roughly sketching them out, and then afterwards I will do the finishing touches, like inking it, cleaning it up, and doing the colored outlines. Wait, I mean do the color layers underneath the outline. So that's what I meant to say. Let's see. Norbert had some poutine today. That's nice. I remember I had poutine a while ago. It was pretty good. Yeah, let's see. I see any comments. I know you guys are dropping a lot of interesting comments. So I'll get to as much as I can. Let's see. Yes, Fair Princess Valentine is saying that I first found out about that song through a fan video of Trina singing the song. The song being When I Get Angry. Nice. Let's see. Okay, so going back to Laney over here. So yeah, like I was saying, I already gave a summary of whatever amount of acquaintance I do have with the show already, but I know that the premise, actually remember when Jason was talking about the show, you were on that live stream too, Norbert, along with Zara Waldner on for Canada Day a couple years ago. Yes, he was highlighted GarageBand, how he thinks it's an underage series, and he kind of dislikes how some people apparently made some unfair comparisons to Phineas and Ferb, since it involves music, it involves kids, it involves an obnoxious older sister. But those are really where the similarities end, I assume. Yeah, those are really where the similarities between the two shows end. Okay, so as I'm doing these drawings, make sure you'll talk about your memories. In fact, let me know if you are a Canadian who grew up watching Teletoon. Put in a Canadian flag in the chat. And if not, then try just put in a maple leaf in the chat. I feel like the stream would be just as authentic. The viewing experience for the stream will be just as authentic and a bigger sense of relatability if we have a good amount of Canadians here. But if you guys are outside of Canada and you grew up with Teletoon's original shows anyway, wherever you were able to watch them, then that's awesome too. Your participation is encouraged as well, of course.
Rabbit Tears Vlog bought a cup of hot chocolate for you, DJ.
Okay, thank you so much, Roniel, or Rabbit Ears Blog. Thank you for the hot chocolate. Okay, so of course, Norbert is Canadian, as is Alba 3000 and Jared Porter. So far we got 3 Canadians here. Yes, Fran has mentioned about Glenn Candy being a storyboard artist for Ned Newt. I'm trying to remember, Glenn Candy, is he the founder of Candy Cartoons? Well, I know with Ned Newt, it's a really, good looking show. I got into it mostly when it was rerunning on Teletoon Retro, as I might have mentioned before. And I mentioned this before, but the creator of Ned Newt is also the creator of, or the director, I should say, of Beauty and the Beast: The Enchanted Christmas. Which, of course, that movie is partially animated in Canada as well. But yes, once again, I have to thank Rabbit Ears Blog for that hot chocolate you gave me. Okay, we also got Boo Skunk Guy 2023 being a Canadian. Awesome. And just want to let you guys know that in the background is, of course, some Looney Tunes cartoons, since of course Looney Tunes were among my favorite cartoons to watch on Teletoon and Teletoon Retro 2, namely Through the Bugs Bunny and Tweet Show. And also a huge thanks to Teletoon for really introducing me to the brilliant company of Bugs as friends. Not just through the Bugs Bunny and Tweet Show, but also through the Packets movies as well. And Alabama Bunny is one of the cartoons airing right now, and I will watch that not just on the Bugs Bunny and Tweet Show, but also whenever they would air the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie and Bugs Bunny's third movie, 1001 Rabbit Tales. Oh, Daytree, it's okay. You're not missing too much. I'm still doing this first request, which comes from Jason the Cartoon Fan. It's Laney from GarageBand, and she has 4 stripes on her shirt. Yep, so I'm just gonna be focusing on the sketches for each of the requests. I might as well just make her arm the same as in the reference photo. And any other, once again, any other fancy touches will be after the stream. Here we go. Okay, let me know if that did it. And yes, I might get to Todd from Wayside. Ethan heard Melbourne screaming as Daffy in there. And Fred is mentioning that his divorced father's cousins are from Ontario. Interesting. And yes, rest in peace to Andy Knight. I really did like Ned's Newt. And now, Nas T is asking if I could do Atomic Betty. Maybe. But we'll see who will be the extra bonus requests by the end of the stream. Which, once again, will be maybe most likely an hour and a half long. And if you're just tuning into this stream, if you're enjoying this so far, make sure you leave a big like button. And if you are a newcomer, you can subscribe for more streams like this. And doing those would really help YouTube to recommend my content more through their algorithm. Okay, I'm almost done sketching Laney. And if you're looking at this now, Jason, well, I know you can't comment right now, because you're busy watching Fairy Odd Parents, or rather recording it, but if you are seeing this, make sure when you do come to the chat, let me know how you like this sketch. Okay, yes, it is back in sync for now. Alba 3000 asked if I watched The Tensionaire. Yes, I have watched that show. In fact, I was playing it, well, mostly in the background, just this week. It's a decent show. I do like how I like the first episode when the prank that Wei Ping is accused of pulling. When it happens, it's not actually animated. It's really just, the best way I can describe it is rapidly edited a slideshow of concept art of key poses and of key poses that happen as all that stuff is fallen on the kids, all the mess that's made in the auditorium, the school auditorium. I was never an avid watcher of the show, but I heard that unfortunately it ended on a cliffhanger, which is of course something that is still common to this day with cartoons or shows in general, just sadly ending on a cliffhanger. Which is part of why, I don't know, this is just maybe toned down a bit on story-driven or story arc-heavy cartoons, and just maybe bring back a bigger abundance of more episodic, self-contained stories per episode, because you never know when the network would be like, sorry, we have to cancel you for budget reasons or whatever. I'm just fix her like here. I have to be much closer to get her illusion. Okay, and now the next leg. Okay, so I'm done with Laney for now. Once again, if you're seeing this, Jason, I hope you appreciate this sketch, and I know you'll appreciate even more once it's refined. I'll probably add some like eyeshadow here. Okay, so I just save this from now, my project file. There we go. Okay, excellent. There we go. Okay, as I decide on who will be the next request that I'm going to fulfill, wait, let me just see if there's any comments that I missed. Let's see. Oh, here you are, Jason. Yes, I know that Alison Court, she got her first on-screen role as a Rufy in the Sesame Street movie Follow That Bird. Talk about a good case of, what do you call it? A retroactive recognition. Let's see, who else? What else do we have here? Mimi Morton from What About Mimi? Yes, I finally remember that as theme song. We'll see. Maybe that will be a request I'll take as well. Let's see. Oh yeah, I must have missed a bunch of your comments, Jason. Oh yes, I'm glad that Oh wait, I'm off sync again? Wow. Let me see. Okay, let me see there. Well, yes, I'm glad you enjoyed the Laney sketch, Jason. Once again, I'm gonna be, I'm sure you'll like it even more when it's finished. Let's see if there's anything else I missed. Okay, so we also got requests from Gerald McBoing Boing, and maybe Rosie from Caillou, and maybe Jokey Smurf, and also Newton. Wow, you're asking for a lot. And just notice how much participation in the audience there is. 45 viewers also. Wow. Okay, guys. So I've got to move on to the next. I've got to decide which of the requests. Yeah, maybe one of these days I should do a audio only stream like what Norbert suggested right now. We'll see. But yes, till I'm gonna be thinking about which of the next requests from that community tab that I'm going to draw. Until then, I'm going to be throwing another intermission. And here we go.
It's after school, and where do you want to go? How about somewhere with no more rules? Like, what's with just 4 food groups? Wow, he's doing it! And sometimes you can't explain why you missed math class.
Jerry's really crossed the line this time.
Here, there's no time limit on using the washroom.
Maybe he needs a magazine.
No making nice with bullies. It's not fair. And you're supposed to run in the hall.
Shall I tell a ghost story?
No. No one here tells you who your friends are, or how you make them, and all that stuff you learned in science. Yeah, it doesn't work here. We figure anybody can say it all happens here, but there's only one place where anything and everything possibly can. Teletoon, it's unreal.
Sounds like fun. We'd love to go.
It's after school, and where do you want to go? How about somewhere with no more rules? Like, what's with just 4 food groups? Wow, he's doing it! And sometimes you can't explain why you missed math class.
Jerry's really crossed the line this time.
Here, there's no time limit on using the washroom.
Maybe he needs a magazine.
No making nice with bullies. It's not fair. And you're supposed to run in the hall.
Shall I tell a ghost story?
No. No one here tells you who your friends are, or how you make them, and all that stuff you learned in...
Okay, so the next character I decided to draw, it's a request from Norbert. He requested that I draw, he technically requested I draw both the Phantom and Radicus from Fine Round Junior High. Well, I'm just wondering I don't know, maybe due to time constraints, I might just focus on drawing Radicus, if you're fine with that, Norbert. In my personal opinion, I feel like he's just as fun as the Phantom as a character anyway. And I occasionally forget that Flying Wild Junior High did air on Teletoon. Of course, I would have been way too young to even know that. I grew up watching the reruns on YTV in the mid-2000s up until the early 2010s. I always thought Radicus was a funny character, a funny headsman, and certainly not as mean as the Phantom. And he really shined in the Christmas episode in particular, where where Radicus is the Phantom himself, and the real Phantom or Earl P. Sidebottom, as he's known to be called. You know, he gets a taste of what it's like to be back at the school that he hates so much. And that remains my favorite episode of the show. Okay, let me put back on my music. Okay, so the worst fine if I just draw Radicus or Radicus. Okay. And yes, he definitely is the funniest part of the show. Yep. And the last time it aired the last time it aired on YTV, or maybe Canadian TV in general, was on the Playtime block, which was aired around 2008 up until around 2012-ish. But even though Fine Rhino Junior High isn't exactly a preschooler show, well, I mean, it's not as weird as, of course, Pelswick aired on Adult Swim Canada. Oh, Starface asking, what are my thoughts or my opinions on Stoked? To be honest, I haven't watched much of it really. The most I got out of it is, hey, they're just doing 16, but the characters are on the beach this time. There's like, I don't know, I can't really tell you much about it, other than like the general idea of what the show is like. It's just the creators doing 16 again, but the characters are on a beach. Around that same time, they will do the creators would do a much better summer-themed teen cartoon, which of course would be Total Drama Island. Just shrink this down, and while I'm at it, I'm gonna be grouping him. Okay. Oops, there we go. Okay, let's see what else we got in the comments. Oh, let's see. Yes, most of Teletoon's original shows aired in the United States on Cartoon Network, with two exceptions: Wayside premiered on Nickelodeon, and My Babysitter's a Vampire, which premiered on Disney Channel. And don't forget, Braceface also aired on Disney Channel as well. And for a very, very, very brief amount of time, 16 aired on Nickelodeon, before it reran on Cartoon Network. Or syndicated on Cartoon Network, I should say. Yes, so as you guys know, speaking of Cartoon Network, yeah, so Teletoon is gonna be replaced by another Canadian version of Cartoon Network. Yeah, I know there's one that already exists that's been around since 2012, an actual Canadian version of Cartoon Network, but they decided to rebrand that into Boomerang. So on the bright side, with us having an actual Canadian version of Boomerang, like over 20 years since Boomerang has existed as a channel in the United States, I guess it could be welcomed as a spiritual successor to the Teletoon Retro channel. This may be a slightly hot take, but at this point as it is, that Teletoon is going to be gone, I'm not as sad as some people are, because I feel like the spirit of Teletoon is going to live on, mostly in the sense that, well, from what I heard about what the schedule will be like with the new Canadian version of Cartoon Network that's going to be launching on March 27th, the schedule is really no different than what Teletoon has right now. Like, they're still airing stuff like Hotel Transylvania, the series, and Wish Fart, and what's the other show? D and Ace. And as far as like prior shows go, like they still air the DC cartoons like Batman the Animated Series and Teen Titans Go and so forth. And with Boomerang, the new version, that's where they're gonna be airing stuff like the most recent cartoons based on classic characters like Looney Tunes cartoons, Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, and I believe they're gonna air Tom and Jerry in New York. Like the oldest, honestly, they're not airing too much really old shows, honestly. Like probably the only show that aired that's the oldest show that's gonna be on Boomerang for the time being when it's launched, and also the one show that also aired on Teletoon Retro is the Canadian classic The Raccoons. So if Boomerang Canada's launch means that we're gonna be getting back the Raccoons, then you know I'm all for it. Let's see. Yeah, I have little idea what happened with Radicus's left ear. Maybe maybe somebody bit into it. Maybe there was some sort of accident. Who knows? Yes, I too hope that White TV stays alive. From what I heard, they think they limited the amount of Nickelodeon programming that's been airing on the channel. Like, for sure, the Canadian version of Nickelodeon, they don't air like the classic shows anymore like that. Actually, I think they don't air the classic shows at all. Like, Course lost a lot of the rights to broadcast those programs that a lot of us Canadians grew up with. Well, at least the Sponge is still on White TV. But what if it's still even airing on Nickelodeon Canada? I believe so. Just Daffy ranting, as always, in the background. I demand to know who wrote this script. So yeah, guys, I'm thinking that for the stream, I'll do like maybe a maximum of maybe 5 requests, because we're still like less than a full hour into the stream, and there's already lots of participation right now, like 32 viewers. So wow, make sure you hit that like button. So yeah, I feel like I'll do a maximum of 5 different requests. But let me know if I should probably do a part 2 to the stream, because you know, Teletoon isn't completely going away until March 27th. So maybe I'll do a second stream like this, doing some catch-up, fulfillment on the requests. Oh my god, I love that short with Daffy right now. Pest in the House, where he's the obnoxious bellhop. This sweepy guest, who is voiced by Arthur Q. Bryan, like one of the few times he voices a character aside from Elmer Fudd, who's still in this short, by the way. Yep, the sweepy guest comes in, he just wants some peace and quiet, but Daffy just sabotages his rest, and the guest puts all of his blame onto Elmer, like repeatedly punching him in the face. But yeah, let me know, guys, if I should do a part 2 to the stream. Almost done with Radicus. I hope you're liking the sketches thus far, Norbert. Oh, just gonna fix the alignment of his left hand. Okay, so Favorite Princess Valentine has requests, Trina from GarageBand, and Shun Kazami from Bakugan, who was the winked who sent he sent a wink for reference. Maybe. Okay, so Norbert is loving the sketch. Thank you, Norbert, and I'm sure you'll love it even more when it's colored. Okay, so I'm done with. Oops, I'm supposed to save it like this. There we go. Yep. So I'm done sketching Radicus. So I'm gonna be prepping up for the next request that I really want to do. And in fact, the next clip that I'm gonna show might even give a hint as to who.
It's after.
Starting November 3rd, Total Drama continues. Tune in each night to catch TDI from the beginning and stay sharp for your chance to win.
Piece of cake.
Look for the code in each episode, then enter it on Teletoon.com to enter the contest and to unlock bonus video from the show. Bonus! Total Drama continues this November only on Teletoon. On Teletoon.
Oops, what is going on? Yes, that's right. I'm going to be drawing I'm gonna be drawing a character from Total Drama. As for which one it is, let me just get a reference photo right now. You know, I thought that the quip was going to whoop as I finally got a reference photo for the Total Drama character that I'm gonna be sketching. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be silencing you, Radicus, because I know like the Phantom would do the same thing to you, Radicus, telling you to be silent. Okay, I got my reference photo right here, and just make him bigger. And yes, it is the sadistic host of Total Drama Island, and Total Drama Accent, and Total Drama World Tour, etc, etc, etc. Basically all of the Total Drama cartoons except for Redonkulous Race and Total Drama Rama. Chris McLean, this was a request from, I know one of you in the chat requested for Chris, but technically it was Brandon Barney who requested that. Get out here, Radicus. Who requested that I do Chris first. And yes, I definitely wanted to do Chris McLean because, you know, just to show that bit of admiration, extra admiration, like for his voice actor, Tristan Potenza, who I may have mentioned this before, but I had the pleasure and gratitude of meeting Mr. Potenza at London Comic Con for 2 consecutive years, in 2016 and 2017, and he was also enough to give me some autographs, and I'm sure you're able to see it right behind me, right above my maple waif. You can see the 16 autograph, there's 2 of them, and there's one with Chris, several faces of Chris that Tristan was also enough to autograph for me. And not only that, he didn't just give me those, but he also gave me a big pack of 16 model sheets, like showing how to draw the characters, what not to do and what to do, especially with their hands and their facial expressions. I have it stored away somewhere, so unfortunately I might not be able to like take it out just at this moment. But yes, just like his characters, Chris and Jude from 16, Tristan Potenza is a cool dude. I really ought to get him on my show someday for an interview. So yeah, while we're on the topic of Total Drama, I think I should probably have Chris do a sort of a smirk. So you know, as you know, he is that badass of a host. So yeah, let me know who your favorite Total Drama character is. It could be one of the many contestants from the different generations of the show. I believe there's at least 4 different, well, 5, because there's gonna be the one that's gonna be coming soon. There's like at least 5 different generations of Total Drama contestants. One is for, of course, for the first 3 seasons, Island, Accent, and World Tour. Then there's the new cast, Revenge of the Island, and then Total Drama All-Stars has a mix of those 2 generations. Then we have Total Drama Pocket 2 Island, that's the 3rd generation. Then there's a Redonkulous Race, probably have his eyebrow raised. And then we have the one that's supposed to be coming soon, maybe this year. They're gonna premiere the new season. Let's see. Wasana is Fran's favorite. Yes, I do like Wasana. And yeah, Nas T is mentioning that. Nas T is mentioning that about Bob and Margaret. Yeah, I know that. What's his Kristen Potenza, yes, he did do a voice on that show. I don't recall ever seeing a clip of that character though, but I remember hearing in one interview that Bob and Margaret was one of the first shows that Kristen was a part of. And I rewatched his latest live stream, which was from a couple of years ago, and which he talks about his inspiration for voice acting, and he says that it is one of his influences for getting to the voice acting gig was actually watching home movies. Yes, Coach McGurk, played by H. John Benjamin in particular, was the character and the actor that told Kristen, yep, I want to do this for a living. And yeah, Coach McGurk is a funny character on that show, like one of H. John Benjamin's best roles. I personally think that Iris from O'Grady is slightly more interested, but Coach McGurk is still awesome, and Bob, of course, Bob Belcher is another definitive role of Mr. Benjamin. Let's see what else do we have here. Let's see here. Moby is asking if I will show a promo for the Detour on Teletoon. You know what? This may be a spoiler, but just in case I do decide, I will take your Detour on Teletoon themed request, Moby Fan. I do have it set up. You know what? That reminds me. I was wondering if anybody suggested I should do a part 2 of this. Well, let me see. Let's see. Okay, so Moby Fan saying that I should do a part 2 in this stream of this stream. Oh yes, definitely, Ethan. The National Film Board of Canada shorts are definitive of what Canada can offer in terms of quality animation, because in terms of with Teletoon's reception, I know a lot of some of their original programming, like Johnny Test and and Caillou, they tend to be brought up when people are criticizing the quality of what Canadian animation may bring, well, sort of a false generalization. Like, Teletoon has produced some great original series, like, it won't be everybody's cup of tea, but just the original series that I enjoy, like, to this day, include Wayside and Braceface, and also Flying Runner Junior High also counts. Again, I keep forgetting that was a Teletoon show at one point, among a few others. And yeah, I know that home movies did air on White TV before it went to Teletoon. And yeah, speaking of White TV, I believe I have mentioned this before, but even though White TV is basically the Canadian answer to Nickelodeon, they did air some Cartoon Network originals, even although that was mainly a Teletoon shop to do that. White TV still aired some Cartoon Network stuff. They aired at least 4 original programs. They aired Dexter's Laboratory, The Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack, and Hi Hi Puffy-Yama Yumi, along with some Warner Bros. Animation shows like Teen Titans, Justice League, Static Shock, Animaniacs, and Pinky and the Brain. Of course, eventually, Teletoon will be like the main place for Warner Bros. And Cartoon Network related stuff. along with the actual Canadian version of Cartoon Network, and we're getting Boomerang 2. Wow, Dober say that Chris somehow looks more handsome in my style than the original style. Well, thank you, Dober. Like, I'm proud of my art style, but I won't go as far as say that it is typically better than the stuff that I'm doing fan art of. Like, I love my art style on its own. I'm proud of my art style for what it is, and of course it continues to improve the more that I flex my muscles, especially when it comes to the commission work. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. Oh, Wook is asking, what are my thoughts on Sidekick? Oh yeah, that's another show that Kristen Potenza was in as voice of Trevor. Yeah, Sidekick was okay for what I saw. Oh yeah, speaking of Sidekick, I want to bring up, if I can remember her name correctly, Denise Oliver, the voice of Kitty, as well as the voice of Mauricia on Wayside. Something that I found out about a while ago that blew my mind is the fact that Denise Oliver, she not only voices those two characters, but for some of my Canadian viewers like who grew up watching Treehouse TV, she appeared on screen as Rosabelle in the Tree Town series. That blew my mind when I found that out. I'm like, holy crap, this whole time, like, growing up watching Tansy and Rosabelle on Treehouse TV, like, I did not realize that Rosabelle is the voice of Mauricia. Don't you just love moments of realization like that, when you realize that an actor or actress is behind a certain character, and then realizing that they're behind this other character that you've been familiar with, but I don't know, you didn't bother like connect the dots initially that hey, they're from the same performance artists. Oh, welcome, Brendan Barney. Yes, you're welcome for me taking your requests. For when I saw it, I knew immediately that I definitely have to do it. Hope you're enjoying this so far, but I know for sure you'll like it even more when it's cleaned up. So yeah, one of the main reasons, Brendan, why I made sure that I do Chris, you know, because I'm still grateful to this day that I got to meet the voice of Kristen Potenza at Comic-Con a couple of times. And I am hoping that soon, one of these days, that I would be able to interview Kristen Potenza on my channel here. And of course, there's a certain other voiceover artist from Total Drama who I absolutely would love to get a hold of for an interview, which is the voice of Izzy, Katie Crown. Because as I mentioned before, I've been growing more and more of an appreciation for Katie and her work. And yes, I believe she'll be like an excellent interviewee. Like not just a voice actress, and also a stand-up comedian and a writer and a producer. Like more recently, she's currently on Bob's Burgers, for example. Such an underrated talent. And Izzy, as I might have mentioned before, she is one of my favorite contestants on Total Drama. Just so off the wall, eccentric. And of course, another favorite contestant is the one who has the same name as me, DJ. Well, I mean, I'll admit, his personality is probably the closest to mine, honestly. And now he's sort of a softy and overall a nice guy. Yes, it's true. It's true, Brad. I did get to see Kristen Potence in person. I gotta share those pictures for a throwback soon. Actually, I'm not sure if those are bags or if those are like this, around the eyes, just a bit of flesh that's going up as he's sort of squinting like this. Or they could be bags, I don't know, but I'll just draw them like this. Okay, let me know if that sounds better. And okay, so I'm done drawing Chris for now. So let me just save this. Group it. Okay, before I decide on who will be next, I think overall I'm gonna be doing at least 2 more for the stream. Yep, my audio is back in sync. And yes, Katie Crown is Tua from Storks. As I mentioned before, even though Storks isn't that good of a movie, I really appreciate it for the fact that we have an actual voice actress as Katie, playing one of the main characters in a mainstream Hollywood animated feature. And that's definitely something I want to talk to her about for the day that I ever get a chance to interview her. Okay, so I'm gonna be moving on to the next request as I gather my decision on who to draw. I will be showing another intermission. Here we go.
Cartoon maturity? Granted, always seeming detached isn't mature, and neither is going quite off, nor remaining completely oblivious. But then again, appearing detached when you don't have a neck, going quite off to help a friend who's not quite on, and remaining completely oblivious to the fact that your roommate is deaf. Now that's mature. Wonder where this is going? Then swerve onto the Detour on Teletoon for the maturely immature. Every night, it's unreal.
And yes, that does mean I am going to be drawing a character from the Detour on Teletoon. Actually, to be precise, I feel like I'm going to be doing MobyFan 12's request, and that he wants me to draw not just JFK from Clone High, which is a Teletoon original, but also a couple from acquired programs, Peter Griffin from Family Guy and Bender from Futurama. Now, you might be thinking that might be a lot of characters for just one request, but I found out about a way of how to execute it. I'm thinking of just focusing on the heads of each of the characters, have their respective drinks around them, and when I'm finalizing it, well, MobyFan's request will be a part of it. Will be part of all the other completed doodles for this session. I'm also thinking that it'll be an excellent t-shirt design. I'll just have these three drunk guys together, these three drinking buddies together. How's that sound? So yeah, it's just gonna be, that's how I'm gonna be simplifying that request. So yes, I'm gonna be doing Peter first. Let's see. Let me get my reference. Here we go. We got a drunk Peter episode. Just his head I'm gonna be focusing on. Okay, we're gonna put back on the music. Let's see. Yes, Norbert is saying that it would be awesome if I get a Canadian voiceover artist here, and that would be really awesome. And maybe they could do a couple of voices on the stream. Yes, precisely. As I mentioned already, Krista Potenza and Katie Crown are on among the top of my list of predominantly Canadian voice actors that I want to get on. Of course, there's others too. One of these days, I might be able to talk to the likes of Tara Strong, or Cree Summer, or maybe Jennifer Hale as well. Like, just so much. Like, I really want to build up my library of animation professionals to get interviewed. Just have to wait and see. Maybe I should have Peter smiling. Maybe he says something stupid as he's drunk and as this goofy expression on. So, I might as well mention that Family Guy. When it comes to this show, Teletoon was among the earliest places in which I saw it. Actually, I believe the first time I ever saw Family Guy it might have been when it was still uncancelled. Still cancelled, like around 2003 or 2004. TBS would rerun the show. And among the earliest episodes I remember seeing of it were the one where the Griffins go to New York and Chris becomes a popular artist, and then there's the Christmas episode, which remains one of my all-time favorite episodes, especially from the first 3 seasons, which most people think are the best. But this is a hot take, but Family Guy got funnier, like even funnier, I should say, like after it was uncancelled with season 4. I'm sure there'd be a lot of people who would agree with that. I mean, season 4 of Family Guy is certainly more popular than season 4 of SpongeBob, honestly. So that's how I feel. Okay, so we got Peter's head here. Roadhouse. Yes, I have a dream. It's all about you, Meg Griffin. Not much you can do. Yep. Let's see. Norbert asks if I ever actually try reaching out to any of those voice actors and ask them for an interview. Maybe. Yeah, I should definitely do that. Like Sir Kristen Potenza, him being the ones that I heard of him as far as social media goes, he has his studio called the Infinity Forge, which is in Hamilton, which is a record studio. And the last time that he posted was a few days ago on Facebook, and January on Instagram. So I might hit him up through DMs that way. Although with Katie Crown, it might be a bit harder since she hasn't been on Twitter since 2019, and she has been on YouTube since 2020. So getting access to her might be a bit harder. But yes, fingers crossed that we'll find a way to get her and also Kristen on. So yeah, so we got a big frothy mug of beer. Right in front of Peter. Yeah, probably just do it like this. Like this. Oh yeah, I absolutely would like to talk to those people you mentioned, Norbert. Julie Review, Robert Tickwer, and Tracy Bohr. Yes, those guys are just as definitive to my childhood as like the predominantly American voice actors, honestly, since I watched a lot of Nelvana-based shows, from Max and Ruby to George Strix and numerous others during my childhood. Okay, so I'm done with Peter, and at least I'm done with Peter for now. Next I'm going to be drawing Bender. See if I can get a good picture of Bender drinking. Or at least Bender or drunk. Yeah, I think this one will be good. Okay. And just paste it here. There we go. Yeah, might as well just have to be a part of the same sketch layer. So yes, I have Bender up next. And Teletoon is also among the earliest places where I saw Futurama as well. I was pretty casual with Futurama like when I was younger, like really casual at best. Didn't care about it as much as The Simpsons. And to this day, I kinda still don't, but a much bigger appreciation for this whole style of humor than when I was like really young. And I can't wait for the reboot that's coming out on Hulu. Well, since I'm in Canada, it's most likely gonna be on Disney Plus via Star. Yeah, maybe Matt Hill and Sam Vincent, like the stars of Ed, Edd and Eddy, would be would also be good subjects for Canadian voice actors to reach out to. Overall, the Detour on Teletoon was, in general, among the main places, or probably the primary place in which I discovered that, hey, there are cartoons that swear and have violence and have other adult content. Yes, I would kind of rebelliously or sneakily watch the Detour on Teletoon like at night. Which may have been one of the it might have been a benefit that I did have that I was able to have a TV in my bedroom that if I could sneakily watch the Detour on Teletoon before I was caught. Yeah, I do have vague memories of watching stuff like Undergrads and John Callahan's Quads on there. But more vividly, I remember watching Family Guy and Futurama on the Detour. And very, very vaguely, I know that they aired kids' cartoons during the Detour, like Ren and Stimpy and Grim and Evil and Time Squad. And out of all of those, they probably aired Grim and Evil the longest, for about 3 years, because with Teletoon Retro, not Teletoon Retro, the Detour on Teletoon, sorry, there were actually two blocks. There was the Detour on Teletoon, which just focused on stuff aimed more at teenagers, like stuff rated 14 plus or PG. Then there's Teletoon Unleashed, where they aired the really adult stuff that's rated 18 plus, like Quads and the Oblongs and Missing Hill and Undergrads, stuff like that. But then by 2004, they just merged those two blocks together into just the Detour. Before years later, it'll be launched as Teletoon at Night. And now it's succeeded by the standalone 24-hour Adult Swim channel. Well, basically, the Tick and Time Squad would air, to answer your question, Fran, they aired those cartoons basically because, you know, those are known for having humor that are more likely to go over the kids' heads compared to the adults. I never watched an episode of The Tick yet. I hear it's a really good show, but I know for sure with Time Squad there are certainly some undertones with its humor that may be questionable for a kid's cartoon. Especially with how flamboyant Wary 3000 is. I remember this was back before kids' cartoons were much more accepted of LGBTQ plus coded characters. Okay, so we got Drunk Bender. He's almost done. Yes, I am talking about the 1994 Tick cartoon, Norbert. And I'm not talking about, for sure I'm not talking about the Amazon Prime version of it, which you know is the live-action version of the live-action version of the animated version of the comic version. In case they get Norbert, that was a reference to a video that Adosa Buckley did talking about how people are a little impatient for the next episodes of the Tick Amazon series. So that's Bender. My rough sketch of him is ready. Of course, if there's anything I need to refine, just like with the other sketches, I'll do it after the stream. Okay, so last character is gonna be JFK from Quote High. See if I can get a good picture of him. Especially if he's drinking. Let's see. Probably I'll just use this title from the title card to Quote High. And here we go. Yes, I do know that Rob Paulson was there in The Tick as Arthur, the Tick psychic. So speaking of Rob Paulson, you brought him up, Fred, and I just want to mention something interesting that I found out. So last night, for the first time, I got to Spaceballs, you know, the Star Wars parody directed and starring Mel Brooks, and it had Rick Moranis doing an awesome job as Dark Helmet, the Darth Vader parody. It had some really good fourth wall breaking humor. It kind of felt like a Muppet movie, honestly. Especially the part where they were playing the VHS tape of Spaceballs, even though the movie wasn't even finished yet. Instant VHS tapes. But yeah, what does it have to do with Rob Paulson? I found out that apparently he at least did one of the voices of one of Dark Helmet's henchmen. Yeah, I found that out on Wikipedia, and don't worry, it is sourced from Twitter. Apparently, Rob Paulson himself did confirm that he did do a voice as one of Dark Helmet's guards in Spaceballs. I thought that was really interesting. Okay, I'm just messing around with Bender and need to move on to JFK. Okay, I'm just gonna move Chris out of the way a bit. Okay, guys, as I finish up with drawing JFK, feel free to reiterate whichever bonus requests you'd like me to draw. I know we've been here for over an hour now. Soon it's gonna be to the 2-hour mark, so for sure I'll be finishing sketching JFK before then, and also once I decide on which bonus doodle I'll do, that will be the last of it. But once again, I see that you're expressing interest for a part 2, and yeah, I might do a part 2 soon, since I know you guys are already really enjoying this. Oh, we're expressing there. Okay, yes. Oh, welcome, Moby fan. You're back from errands. So, I'm doing your request, in case you missed it. Yeah, I'm almost done with your request. Drunk Peter, Drunk Bender, and now I'm working on JFK. I hope you're liking it. For sure, I have to put this on a t-shirt of these drunk buddies. Let's see. Yes, Kerry Yelts is the character designer of Quote High. He did a really good job with them. Of course, with his background on stuff like Dexter's Laboratory, explains why why the show has that strong UPA-esque feeling, that popular boom of UPA-looking cartoons, mid-century style cartoons. That's the proper way of describing it. Okay. Hey, you know what? I think as I have him holding, you know, one of those red plastic cups that people like at parties, especially college kids, tend to drink out of. That's why I think JFK is gonna be holding. So yes, Kerry Yost is a great character designer. And I believe I remember from watching Nintendo's retrospective on Clone High, he mentioned about how a certain Canadian animator expressed his dislike for the art style for Clone High. Maybe, I think he even did some doodles that was mocking it. And of course, I'm talking about John Christopher, who is infamous for his for having a very, very, very high standards on what would appeal to him as far as animation goes. If it's not Bob Clampett or early Hanna-Barbera, then there's not that high of a chance that it will appeal to him that much. Wait, I'm wondering if Dave Watson really did design on Clone High, or if it's just a coincidence, because for some reason I found that out on TV Tropes, and sometimes TV Tropes is a bit more accurate with its facts than Wikipedia, but I'll have to know what the source is on the possibility of Dave Watson, the creator of one cartoon with historical figures, you know, whether or not he really contributed to another one. I remember when Dave Watson was interviewed on the What's in My Head podcast. You know, I was thinking, I sort of asked him if he really did work on Clone High. I sort of like said to that question. Here we go. Definitely just stole Sylvester's catchphrase just now. Yep, you bring up the Ripon Friends. Yeah, I did fondly remember, I won't say fondly, but vaguely remember watching the Ripon Friends on Teletoon. That's where they aired all the episodes, but in America, I don't think they aired all the episodes on Fox Kids. I think they burned off the rest on Adult Swim. Oh yeah, the Ripon Friends was okay at best from what I saw, but for sure, I absolutely loved the theme song to it. Yes, let me see here. Yes, I do remember the scene of Gandhi saying, "Say what?" Very memorable. Like, okay, I'll admit, I remember you asking Norbert about which cartoons that I want to get into, but I don't really get around to fully watching them. I answered with the Cuphead show during my last stream, but Clone High is another show. I watched at most the first 4-ish episodes of it, but for some reason I could never get around to finishing it. It's only 13 episodes, and everybody else seems to love it. But for sure, I was able to see the episode that contained that famous "Say What" scene. Let's see. Okay, so Moby Fan says that he found out that Dave Watson worked on Clone High because his now defunct website mentioned that he worked on it. Oh, okay. Thanks for clarifying. And yes, Lance Reddick passed away yesterday, best known for voicing Agent Clappers and Paradise PD, and General Woonerus in the DuckTales reboot, and also being in The Wire as well. Yes, so rest in peace, Lance. Okay, guys, now it's about time that I do my bonus sketch for the night. Once again, there's like great chance I'm going to be doing part 2 to this, or we shall do part 2 once I finish cleaning up and coloring the sketches that I did tonight and post them, and then I'll move on to maybe doing a second part. Drinking buds. Okay, there we go. Who to draw for a bonus. How about we have another intermission? Oh wait, hang on. Before I do, I just want to mention the next intermission that I have. Technically, it doesn't have to do with Teletoon.
Hey, what you watching? Me? Hey, what you watching? Me? I'm just a TV. I mean, I'm not even human. You've got the remote control. You can change channels if you don't like what you're watching. You can flick me on and off, and on and off. Whoa, I'm getting dizzy. You see, you're smarter than me. You get to choose from all kinds of neat stuff. Funny shows, nature shows, shows about people all over the world. Ouch! In real life, you know, that would hurt. You get to learn how to make stuff, how to draw stuff. Me, I don't get to do any of this stuff. I'm just the TV that plays it for you. Yep, I sure wish I was as smart as you. Somebody get that cat off my head. Look at it this way. You can talk to your best friends, your mom or dad, about all the stuff you see on TV. And besides, you have choices. You've got books and sports, and you can go outside and play. Where is outside anyway? I'm just the TV. You're the smart one. Well, so long. See you next time. And besides, you have choices. You've got books and sports, and you can go outside and play. Where is outside anyway? I'm just the TV. You're the smart one. Well, so long. See you next time.
Yes, hopefully you guys remember those conservative churches advertisers segments that will air in between programs on Teletoon and also YTV as well. That one with the TV was certainly memorable. Okay, so I feel like for the bonus doodle, I'm gonna be taking your requests, Fran, and that will be Newton from Ned's Newt. Let me just get a good reference photo of him. I think this one will do. Okay, I'm gonna put back on my music. And gonna paste my reference right here. There we go. Yes, Newton, the big amphibian, Canada's answer to the genie from Aladdin. But instead of Robin Williams, he's voiced by Harlan Williams, who does a great job with this character. As I mentioned earlier, okay, I'll admit that my memories of Ned's Newt are vague at best. When watching it on Teletoon, back when it was still sort of fresh in people's mind. But it was really Teletoon Retro when they reran it from 2011 to 2012. That's when I got into the adventures of Ned and his Newt. And at the beginning of the stream, when I was showing that early promo clip for Teletoon before it launched, I hear you guys talking about the pilot to Ned's Newt, which clips of it are known to be shown in the title sequence, and only a few moments of it have resurfaced online. Included, I think one clip was on Vimeo, and then there's, of course, the clips that you see in that Teletoon pre-launch promo that I showed. Yeah, that is kind of a bit of lost media that I desire to see fully rediscovered. Let's see. Yes, Newton is known for being very similar to the genie from Aladdin. Like, to be honest, I don't know exactly if Andy Knight was still alive. I would have loved to ask him about the exact origins behind the story of Ned's Newt. But at least the co-developers of the show, Andrew and Daryl, I forgot their last names. I believe they're still around. Like they're pretty popular writing duo. They kind of remind me of Simon and Richard, the creators of Spliced. They do a lot of they have a lot of writing credits, included for some American stuff as well. Like more recently, for example, Simon and Richard did they're a big part in The Boys Presents Diabolical, that animated anthology on Prime Video. But yeah, I would love to know the exact origin behind Newton being this big, bull, shape-shifting guy, funny guy, I should say, voiced by a comedian whose last name is Williams. See, there's anything else I'm missing here. Fairy Princess Valentine saying that when I hear a cartoon character with the first name Newton, I think of Octus from Symbiote Time. Yes. I'll admit, when I remember Fairy Princess when you commented on the commission that I did for Chris and Freddy's for what's his name? The character that I drew, like for the web cartoon, a superhero roommate, mentioned that he has the same voice as Newton, who happens to be Brian Posehn. I think that's how you say his name. Like, yeah, that sort of blew my mind when I found that out, because I didn't realize that Newton or Octus has the same voice as Jim from Mission Hill, because that's the character who I think of first when I hear the name, when I hear Brian's name, even though I only see like a little bit of Mission Hill overall. Yeah, that's another cartoon that I've been meaning to get into, but I don't really get around to like finishing it. I don't know, I'm more of a Baby Blues type of guy when it comes to WB cartoons that were cancelled early and then burned off on Adult Swim and on Teletoon. Let's see, any other interesting comments? And yes, Tracy Moore is the voice of Ned himself. One of her most memorable roles. I remember her best as George Shrinks, as well as Marcus from Flying Around Junior High. But Ned is high up there in her memorable roles, in my opinion. But maybe she might be most famous to some of you for voicing Sailor Moon in the Canadian Deke dub of the show that aired in Canada on White TV. Back when White TV used to air a lot of anime, but they don't really do that anymore. Here we go. Oh, and okay, yes, Andrew Nichols and Daryl Vickers, who also worked on The Fairy Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron, Quads, Pelswick, and others. Yes, I remember seeing their names on Pelswick as well. Oh, let's see, what else do we have here? Pierre Braungarth got his first animation credit as character layout artist on Futurama, That is interesting. I did not know that. Oh, let's see. Let's see what else do we have here. Andy Knight was a designer on Asterix Conquers America. Interesting. I know that another thing that I found out about Andy is he's the character designer for those CGI commercials for Robin Hood Flower. If any of you has seen those. Yeah, I was also looking up, I might have been looking up either Andy Knight's name himself or maybe looking up those specific commercials, but yeah, I found like this article saying that, hey, Andy Knight played a part in designing those two kids who are being interviewed, talking about what they like to make out of the Robin Hood brand of flour. Okay, I believe that about does it. Once again, all of these sketches are going to be refined before they're posted. But wait, hang on. Let me just group this. And if you're enjoying this, if you enjoyed this stream, make sure, in case you haven't, to hit the like button. And if you're a newcomer, subscribe. Now I'm gonna be doing a recap. So for you, Fran, I drew Newton from Ned's Newt, and for MobyFan12, I drew a bunch of drunk guys who you see on the Detour on Teletoon, Peter Griffin, Bender, and JFK. Then I drew Chris McLean from Total Drama, that's for Brendan Barney. And then we have Radicus, this is from Flying Round Junior High, this is for you, Norbert. And last but certainly not least, we have Laney from GarageBand for you, Jason. And you appreciate what I did so far, and once again, I'm sure you're going to really be happy when I finish them up. Okay, Norbert, yes, you take care of yourself. And you too, Jason. Yep, that is gonna be it for the stream. And once again, I must mention that you guys expressed interest for part 2. So yeah, part 2. But I'll have to finish what I did so far with tonight's stream before I start up for the second part. So yes, until then, make sure you hit that like button in case you haven't, and subscribe. And once again, stay tuned for part 2! Part 2! Doing my lame SpongeBob impression there. Okay, yes, and once again, you can find my shirt, my Rapture shirt, on Smiley Comforts. For sure, I'm gonna be putting that in the description. Rando is a new subscriber. Okay, thank you for subscribing.